Hey, welcome back. We're still talking about identity. Who does God say you are? And how do you learn to view yourself the way God views you and have a true Christian identity rather than an identity based on anything this world can give? Well, Daniel is an example to us. And this may sound so obvious that it might sound elementary, but it's actually quite profound. And it's the answer to this question: why is the book of Daniel named Daniel? And you say, well, John, you told us the guy who wrote its name was Daniel. Well, here's the thing. His name was Daniel for the first 14 to 16 years of his life. We're told here in verse 7 that Daniel was renamed Belteshazzar. And the name Daniel, by the way, literally means God is my judge. Yahweh, the one true God, is my judge. Belteshazzar means Bel, the chief god of Babylon, guard my life. So Daniel was literally, Babylon took his godly name, stripped it away, gave him a pagan name that said, this idol named Bel, you will be named Belteshazzar, chief god of Babylon, chief idol of Babylon, guard my life. So from age 14 or 16 on, for however long he lived a long life, 60 or 70 more years, Daniel's not called Daniel. He's called Belteshazzar. So when he as an old man writes the autobiography of his life, shouldn't it be called the book of Belteshazzar rather than the book of Daniel? Well, a Babylonian would say, yes, it should be called the book of Belteshazzar. Daniel would be referred to as Belteshazzar by every boss that he worked for, his co-workers, even the servants in his house. But in his mind, in his heart, Daniel never stopped thinking of himself as Daniel. And this is so important for you because every day Satan wants you to think your identity is your net worth. Your identity is your material possessions. Your identity is how many followers do you have on social media? Does that boy like you? Does this, does that? All these things. And you have to choose in your heart to cut through those things and say, my identity is not how successful I am or how many people like me or any of this Babylonian worldly stuff. I'm going to cut through all that stuff. My identity is child of God, son or daughter of the King of Kings, saved by Jesus. That's who I am. Daniel's a great example to us in that. And tomorrow I'm going to give you one of the ways that Daniel was able to cling to his true identity, even in a culture that was constantly lying to him about who he was. I'll see you then.